Hello friends, and welcome to Gardening with Creekside. Today we're going to do a little behind the scenes, getting the nursery ready for a big weekend here in April. Oh my goodness, it is go time, y'all. It is it is absolutely gorgeous around here, between just nature waking up and then all the plants here at the garden center. We've got new plants coming in. Going to show you some deliveries we literally just got yesterday. Some beautiful shrubs that came in. We're going to head up to the production greenhouse because we've got to restock annuals because all of you sweet people are just gobbling them up. So we need to restock down here. Take a look in at shipping to see what the folks are up to up there, because orders are we're working as hard as we can, y'all, and getting all these orders out to you, and loving all your comments on social media about how your plants are arriving. So excited about them. So there is just a lot of things going on here behind the scenes as we prepare for yet another fabulous week here in April at Creekside Nursery. Of course, we're Dallas, North Carolina, Zone 8A. The garden center is open Wednesdays through Saturdays. People ask all the time. Easter is coming up. Our hours are still the same. So it's Wednesday through Saturday, even on that Easter weekend, 9 to 3. So if you're coming through, you're traveling, we would love to see you stop by and get some fabulous plants. So let's first talk about these plants that are right here behind me. Every year we bring in an assortment of chick charms, succulents, perennial ajugas, the feathered friends, that is that line. And they came yesterday, and oh my gosh, y'all, I just pulled the plastic off the rack, and it is gorgeous. So let me kind of show you what we have going on here. Now, like I said, there's basically kind of 3 different lines that we get from these folks. The first one is the living canvas. And so the living canvas are these beautiful assortment, like you can see the string of pearls right here. These are not going to be perennials, okay? These are going to be annuals. So if you wanted to bring them inside during the winter, you absolutely could. Keep them as a house plant in a nice sunny area. You can do that, but these are full sun succulents and there's a whole assortment of them. Now this one does have a chick charm in it, so this one will be a perennial. But there's so many different kinds in here that are lots of fun. And then we even have them as what they call, I think this is the oval down here. So these make great like gifts. I know we're kind of getting close to the end of the school season. So this would be like a great teacher gift and appreciation. Or if you are a teacher, you want to give it to a parent who's been super helpful in your classroom. You know, the possibilities are endless. But this is meant that you can literally just stick this on your tabletop outside, however you want to. If you want to repot it, you can, but they absolutely can stay in this oval. So these are really fun. Mostly are going to be annuals, okay? There are some things in there that will be perennials. I see these 2 chick charms, those sempervivums, however you want to say it. Those are so fun. And then we actually have what they call the chick charms. So this is a branded line of beautiful, the hen and chicks, right? So that's how I grew up with my grandmama. She called them hen and chicks. Like I said, these are the sempervivums, however you want to say it. These will be perennials. Absolutely. You can leave them out year round. I have that strawberry planter on the back porch that has been there, is this year 3? I think it is going, or probably year 3. All of mine are still just alive and doing great. So they come in all these gorgeous colors. So you can get them as that 3 that I just showed you. Or if you want to create your own, you can get them in these little minis that are the single colors. Now they're called hen and chicks, right? So if you know anything about chickens, right? The mama chicken will protect her babies. They come underneath her and she'll protect them. So this is technically the hen, and then the little babies right here, those are the chicks. So that's why it's called hen and chicks, because as they produce more little offshoots, little babies, they're tucked up underneath there. So you've got just an assortment of colors. And of course, they all have these fun names. Like this is Cosmic Candy, which I love because it has almost like kind of a fuzzy appearance to it. So you've got those. Then look at this. You've got the green with the red tips. You've got some that are it's deeper green with that red, a maroon, like there's tons of colors. And they also have the chick charms. It's really hard to see here. They too are in the oval containers. So you can get those in ovals, and I think we have them in bowls too as well. So you got the chick charms. Then we come over here and we go to the feathered friends. First, yeah, yeah, there's so many, y'all. So we go to the feathered friends. These are the ajugas. And again, these will be perennials. This is the cordial canary. It is already blooming, y'all. Ajugas are great in containers. You can use them as a ground cover. I love using them as a ground cover. If y'all don't hurry up and buy these, I'm going to be adding them up to the steps at the chicken coop. So these are great, come in a whole different kinds of colors. And then the sun sparkler sedums, I forgot about that. We have those too. These are perennial sedums. Again, I have these in a container on my back patio, and they come in all these different kinds of colors. So lots of fun. These make great little gifts. So if you have, like I said, a teacher or somebody you want to show appreciation to, you want to show yourself some love, these are fabulous. I love them. And then the fact that the vast majority of them are going to be perennials makes it even better, my friends, because they just get bigger and happier. It's interesting with the chick charms because they will show their brightest color in the spring and the fall in those cooler temperatures. In the summer, absolutely can stay out full sun, right? And they don't like to be watered a lot. They don't like to be fussed over. But you'll notice that their colors get a little bit more muted. And then when those cooler temperatures come back, man, they just get bright and alive and are gorgeous. So we have the great assortment of chick charms, feathered friends, sun sparklers, and then the living canvas. We will take these apart, of course, for you, so that you can come in and then you can shop a lot easier than what is on the rack right here. So let's move on down here because we got in, so this week we've gotten in 2 different deliveries of plants. And yesterday we got one from Gossett's. They are up in High Point, North Carolina, and they had some gorgeous, stunning azaleas. So we're still putting those out because they came later in the afternoon. But for example, look at the Perfecto Mundo double pink. Oh my gosh, y'all. These azaleas, it is azalea time here in North Carolina. The Perfecto Mundo series is from Proven Winners. These are the repeat bloomers. The double pink is going to be 2 to 3 feet tall and wide. Hardy in zones 6B to 9. Definitely can do full sun to part sun. So in order to get these absolutely gorgeous flowers, that is that double pink, you need to have a minimum of 5 hours of sun, all the way up to full sun. Trust me, they absolutely can do full sun. Now, we've got more down here, but let me just show you because this one is blooming. The double white. It is that Perfecto Mundo double white. This is what we've been adding like crazy to our garden. In fact, we ordered 20 more to add to the privacy berm, but the double white is again just a spectacular repeat bloomer. The double white is going to be basically a 3 feet tall, 3 to 4 wide. The Perfecto Mundos tend to be on the little bit of that smaller side, so they're not going to be quite as large, maybe as some of definitely like the traditional azaleas or even like the Encore azaleas. Some of those can be a little bit bigger. And so Perfecto Mundo tends to be a little bit smaller. They will bloom really heavily in the spring and the fall, and then midsummer you'll get another smattering of blooms as well. So this is what came yesterday from Gossett's. So you can see these are all the whites and then the double purple. Look at the double purple. And can we just talk about all this beautiful new growth that is on these azaleas? Stunning. But you see that double purple? I have double purple in the Emperor one bed. Can you tell I like azaleas? They're kind of like all over my garden, which I think as a North Carolina gardener, they need to be. These will be the same size as the double white, 3 feet tall, 3 to 4 wide. So we've got plenty of those. We grabbed some more of the Forever Goldie arborvitaes. These are those great sun-loving evergreen. There'll be a small tree. They are fantastic to add that gorgeous color to your garden. So we got some more of those. And then y'all have been waiting on these, and we have been waiting on these. We got some of the Firelight Tidbits. Y'all, if you do not know Firelight Tidbit, oh, to know Tidbit is to love Tidbit. Tidbit is going to be that panicle hydrangea, so that means it loves the sun. It blooms on new growth. You're guaranteed to have flowers every single year. Tidbit is great because it's only going to be 3 feet tall, 3 feet wide. It truly is a small version of the ever beloved Firelight. You're going to get creamy white flowers that will turn. So this is basically, they start that creamy white. They will take on a tinge of pink, okay? You might even achieve this kind of pink even here in the South. But the Firelight Tidbits are just amazing. These plants are tough, they're strong, they're sturdy, they do not flop. Love these so much. In fact, we love them so much that we were growing a bunch of them for the privacy berm. So once those tulips come out and we put in those shrubs that we want to, Tidbit is going to be one of those that we put in. We grabbed them last summer and started growing them for this project. I'm telling you, if you need a petite hydrangea that loves the sun, that's guaranteed to have flowers, Tidbit is the one to do it. And this is not a sales tactic. I'm just telling you, right now they're kind of hard to come by. So if you're interested in a Tidbit, move with purpose and come, because we have, I think we grabbed like 50 of them, but they'll be gone pretty soon. So because typically people don't just buy one, they buy a bunch of them at a time. Also, we got some more Chindo viburnums. We love the Chindos. Remember that the Chindos, these are 3 gallons right here. But remember just the other week when I was on the other side of the creek bank, these are Chindos right here. They are a fast growing, full sun, part sun, evergreen shrub that are great for privacy screens. So you can see, remember I really pruned mine because they were getting too tall. These are great. So if you are those people, because we get y'all all the time, you're like, we have the best neighbors. We love them. But we understand the but part. So sometimes you just need, you know, good fences make good neighbors, and sometimes we don't want to have an actual fence. We just want to have some green screening. Chindos are going to be a great option for you. They will get some good size to them, and they're a fast grower, so that's always good. So if you need some Chindos, we've got them, and these are beautiful. Some more of the Perfecto Mundos. We got 2 different colors here that you might, let's see if we can put them right beside each other so you can really tell the difference here. Okay, this is considered orange, and this is considered red. The orange is definitely not like Clemson orange. It is a shade of red orange. And where the red is definitely more red. But these are beautiful. Again, stunning, y'all. Orange will be that size of that 2.5 tall, 4 wide. And then the red will be same thing, 2.5 tall, 3 to 4 wide. So you can see a little bit of the color difference. Sometimes orange is a little hard for people, but again, I wouldn't consider this like orange. I consider it's in that red family, where this is more of like a pink red, but beautiful plants. Oh my gosh, they are stunning. So got those. And again, we got tea olives in from Latham's this week. These things are going like crazy because they're in full bloom and people are smelling them and they are flying out of here. So we have 15 gallons, 7 gallons, and 3 gallons. You know, if you know Jenny, you know that that is like one of my #1 favorite plants because, again, evergreen, fast growing, upright, smells divine. Love that. Now, you're like, well, Jenny, I need some evergreen, but I don't have any sun. What can I use? Well, I'm so glad you asked. So we've got some options for you right here. This is that Elysium. This is the pink frost. Beautiful evergreen, has that lovely variegated foliage to it. This is going to be 6 to 10 tall and wide. So it is going to be a beautiful one. Because it is an Elysium, it will be more resistant to the deer and the rabbits. This too is an Elysium. Of course, the Florida Sunshine. We know that, love that. Bright, bright color. It's gonna be a little bit smaller than the Pink Frost, so you could put these together and it would be absolutely gorgeous. We got a fresh delivery from Gossett's with the Bloomerang Dark Purple Lilacs. Y'all, this is the one that I adore. It's in my backyard. These are getting ready to explode in blooms, just like mine in the backyard. This is what mine looks like, except mine's a lot bigger. It's only hardy in zones like 3 to 7. Of course, we are an 8A, but y'all, full sun, and it is doing great. When I tell you this thing is an absolute beautiful beast, it is. So don't think that just because you're in a zone 8 and that says zone 7 that you cannot grow this. You can. Years ago, we got the recommendation from our friend at Terry, Spring Meadow Nursery, the home of the Proven Winner Color Choice Shrubs. And she said that Bloomerang Dark Purple is the best performing in the late summer, in the South. Absolutely true. Mine gets full sun all day long. It is on irrigation, but does really great and has that classic lilac fragrance. So there you go. We also got some beautiful tater tots. Tater tots are going to be those really nice, small, petite arborvitaes that have that natural rounded shape to them. And these are only going to be, well, 2 to 3 tall, 3 to 4 wide. I have some of the chicken coop, and you know the chicken coop is not the best soil up there. It's a little bit slow in growing, but these will be great if you're looking for that nice evergreen option for your yard. That stays a little bit on the smaller side. Okay, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek because we're going to come right over here. We're going to go over to on the house side of the privacy berm. I have to show you these, y'all, because dear heavens, they are gorgeous. If you know what I'm talking about. Snowball bush. You ever heard of a snowball bush? So sometimes people get hydrangeas and snowball bushes mixed up. A snowball bush is a type of viburnum, and they bloom in the early spring. I've got 3 of them. Hang on, there's a limb, a sticking one. Let me get that out before I show it to you, because otherwise it'll mess up the aesthetics. See, big stick. Get rid of that big stick. All right, are you ready? Oh, I love this. Here we go. Y'all, look at those. Are they not gorgeous? There's 3 of them that they have been here for this maybe year 5, maybe. Look at all of these blooms. Are they not gorgeous? This particular variety is popcorn. And y'all, I could not be more in love with these viburnums than I am right now. They are unflippin' believable. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So, popcorn viburnums, just so you know. When we planted these, when was that, 4 or 5 years ago, whatever it was, the first year I had like a bloom on it. And then I said something to a customer and I was like, these things are just sitting. They are not doing anything. And she was so kind and encouraging. She was like, just wait, be patient. It will happen, just wait. So then the next year they maybe had like 3 blooms per plant. And I'm like, come on. After that, they have exponentially had more flowers. I think this is definitely probably the most flowers they've ever had. Oh my goodness, are they not stunning? And the great thing too about the viburnums is in the fall, the foliage is going to be a bright red burgundy color. Glorious. They are deciduous, but who cares? I don't. When you have this absolutely spectacular display of these beautiful plants, and right now they're probably 8 feet tall, they're huge, but to have these gorgeous blooms, y'all, unbelievable. I absolutely love it. All right, I just saw Jerry come down with the wagons, so I think we're going to go up and grab some annuals. We'll check on the fellas doing all sorts of things. We'll see where we go in just a second. followed Jerry up here to production because he was had the 20 of our double white azaleas that we're going to use, so we brought them up here to production, just sticking them on the lot so that they can hang out until we are ready for them. So while he's unloading those, I came up here, was talking to Amber. Jackson is getting ready to load up the potting machine with some soil because we are still planting, y'all. We still have plants coming in, whether it is perennials or annuals. The production just continues around here so that we can have plants for you as long as possible. So I'll turn quickly so you can probably hear him. So he's right here getting the soil ready. I think Alberto is going to come and help him get that into the hopper. So while he's doing that, I'm going to come in here to the shipping area. So today is Friday, and basically we ship 5 days a week, right? So going in the dark here, sorry. So Monday through Friday we ship, and they are working on getting out orders this morning, and then they will move on over to doing the planting. So we've told you this before, so they go ahead and load up the boxes right here at the edge of the door, so that way when UPS comes in the afternoon, they are good to go. So what they're working on today is a bunch of smaller orders. So basically our boxes come in 4 different sizes. So this little small box is the 4 count box. So they're doing a bunch of those. I see like a 16. There's some 8s in there as well. So they are working on that. The air conditioning is going in here, so it's nice and cool in here this morning. It feels good. So they have got some racks that they're working on getting knocked out. Somebody is getting some gorgeous bubble gums. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Beautiful bubble gums right there. We've got hellebores, Lenten roses going out. We have got some Angelona, the Wedgwood blue, got that going. Somebody's got some gorgeous Calibracoas, whether it is the Super Bells, the double white. Then they've got that double redstone is going out. So Alberto and Edgar are working on putting the staples on. Catherine is verifying. So somebody just commented the other day that the staples are a pain. So let me show you those staples. So this is our recommendation for you. So what we do is the plants that we want to make sure get there nice and snug and are nice and happy, we wrap that plastic bag around them, and then we put a staple right there. So the easiest way to do that, y'all, is just tear the bag. Leave the staple on there. Don't worry about the staple, because hopefully those plants are going to get planted right away. We've got some gorgeous Oakley hydrangeas, dahlias, the Mystic Illusion, Bermuda Beach. Somebody got a lot of my favorite lantanas, that lemon tart. And so let me scooch you down here. So we just roll, push these down, have that conveyor. This is the rolling. We don't use the automatic, so that way we can control it. Makes it a lot easier, so that way Debbie can grab them, push them down, make them nice and happy. So then Catherine has the verification, so that way all the orders are nice and have the right plants are in there, the right number of plants for the right order. And then Debbie, of course, comes through and boxes them up. So she's the master behind this and knows that she can look at the order and say, okay, well, this is a 4 count. So like this person just got 2 plants. So 2 plants go in here, and then she stuffs the extra holes so that way nothing collapses. So these are all different orders, and then it'll come through, and then Jesus is, he will verify. So it's just a couple of clicks with the scanner. So he barcodes, does the box, and then prints the label, boom. So 3 clicks and it's done, and then the UPS label prints out. So it'll spit it out right there for him. He boxes it up, he puts the label on it, and then of course it goes through the tape machine. So we got the tape machine last year, and let me tell you, it is an absolute game changer. So he's gonna go ahead and tape it. So it tapes the top and the bottom, and it doesn't matter what size the box is. When you send it through, It will read that. It comes in, squeezes it, takes the top and the bottom, and then of course he takes it and then takes it over and stacks it up all nice and neat, and then there you go. So UPS will come and pick them up as soon as Jesus scans your packing slip in that computer, then and does the barcode. Like within that, what took like what 5 seconds to do that. That is when your email gets sent out, and it's like, hey, congratulations, your order has been picked and it is on the way to you. At that time, you will get an email with your UPS tracking information on it. So that way you can track it. You can know exactly when that plant is coming to you, or if it's not plants, I mean, maybe it's I don't know, maybe you got a hand rake or some biotone or something. So you'll know exactly when it's coming to you, and you can track it via UPS. So of course, as soon as you get your, especially if it's plants, as soon as you get those plants, if you will go ahead, get them unboxed, take that plastic bag off of them, give them a little drink of water, put them in kind of a shady area, let them sit, I don't know, a day or so, especially, now if you're having really mild temperatures, go ahead and plant it, not a problem. But if you have a heat wave, just let them get acclimated for a day or so, and then go ahead and plant them, and they will be good. So Jerry is over here loading up annuals, so I am going to help him pick some annuals. These are all for the garden center. Before we do that though, can we just take a little peek-see in here and look at these hanging baskets? Oh my goodness, look at that, y'all. Look at all the color in this greenhouse. I love it. So both of these greenhouses are for the retail garden center. So I am going to help him, and I'll meet you back here in just a second. Friends, so we are back at the garden center. We are going to unload. We've got Jerry, Alberto, Jackson's on his way, and all hands on deck as we restock the garden center. And so as we restock, of course, we're taking note of what we're missing so that we can go back and grab that, because like I said, today is Friday. Of course, it's a great day for customers, and then tomorrow, of course, being Saturday, we'll have big numbers on Saturday. So the more plants we can bring down now when it's not quite as crazy, then that is better. So that's what we're doing. We're going to restock anything that's extra. We always just kind of stick underneath the tables. So we're going to get this unloaded. All right, my friends. So about to wrap it up. The fellas brought down a wagon full of hanging baskets, and let's just talk about the Supertunia Vista Jazzberry and the Supertunia Bermuda Beach. Y'all, this thing is unbelievable. If you are looking for a great instant impact, whether it is in your, yes, that's one of Jerry's favorites. If you're looking for an instant impact, whether it's in the landscape or a container, buy a hanging basket. If you're going to put in the landscape around here, you need to make sure it's petunias, and take it out of the hanging basket and put it directly in the ground or in a container. You instantly have this gorgeous, huge impact that is stunning. That's one of my favorite hacks to do. Is one of our most popular videos is talking about different ways that you can use a hanging basket. Take it out of the hanging basket. There's 3 plants in this 10-inch basket. So if you take it out, plant it directly into the ground, it will just go crazy and expand. And you can then, like I said, put it in a container or a much bigger hanging basket, and it will just go and go and go. So we have got lots of options for you. We even have a shade option this year. I'm excited about this one. I'm going to use this in a container. So you've got the chocolate drop coleus, you've got the green sweet potato vine, and then you have got the white Rocapuco double impatient. So this is a great way, even for the shade containers, shady areas, to have that color as well. Let me show you a little bit what we were doing up here, kind of our thought, our method behind the madness when we just want the racks and the shelves to be absolutely full of color, right? So we try to, of course, sort everything. That makes it just easier for everybody to shop. So like, for example, all your Super Bells are here together. I was working on the verbenas, and so the verbena is back here. And yes, all of these things outside can take those cooler temperatures. This week we're supposed to be having one night that's going to dip down somewhere into the 30s. We're watching that, but like saffron finch, oh my word, it can handle that. Not a problem, as can the verbenas. So you can see what we had this side, and then I went ahead and took all the daylilies and put the daylilies on the floor, and then now we're working in, gonna go ahead and fill in and get these guys so that way it's double, right? So here you have that Super Bena Cobalt. We have it on one side and then have it on the other, because right now, like today and tomorrow is gonna be really warm, and so we wanna get these guys out of the greenhouse as fast as we can. That way they don't get really leggy and stretch, and so let them be here so they can stay a little bit more controlled and tight. And then of course in the greenhouse, we replenished all sorts of things in here as well. So that is, that's very exciting as well. Got the Vermillionaire all here. So lots and lots of options. So the work continues. The customers keep pouring in. So hopefully you have found this fun. Jackson and I have a little project. We're going to work on some display things in the barn so that can get done and set up for everybody to see. But as always, if you have found this fun, informative, or inspirational, please like and subscribe to Garden with Creekside. That way you don't miss those 5 videos that we do every week. Y'all have an amazing day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.